What's going on, you bunch of heretics? Welcome to Heresy is My Therapy. Question: is it me, or has Games Workshop or Warhammer's Instagram page been a little bit quiet with the whole Grey Knight review? I think they have, and I've noticed that they haven't posted anything, nor will they be probably having a comment section on, because we got to talk about it. I think Games Workshop have got a bit of a Grey Knight problem. I think that's fair to say, bit of a Grey Knight problem. Wouldn't you agree? We've got a fair bit to talk about on this episode. So it's all about Grey Knights. It's all about these miniatures here. Hopefully you can see that, and the fact that, well, this reveal kind of left us all a little bit wanting, didn't it? In the whole Grey Knight department, to the point where you're just like, did you even need to bother? But we're going to get onto that in a bit. I just thought it's very, very funny that Games Workshop gave this bit of a reveal, aka an upgrade sprue, and yet they're pushing out a lot of stuff about their crusade. They're pushing out a lot of information about, you know, the next sort of installment of books and series, and then kind of gave us this little upgrade sprue which hasn't really been spoken about on the community page or their Instagram page, because I kind of feel like they know deep down that there may be some comments that they may not be too happy with. Just saying, what are your thoughts? I would love to know. Okay, so yes, unless you've been living under a rock, you will know that, of course, there has been the big sort of like previews and reveals at Adepticon. This, of course, included Cathay. This, of course, you know, had the Space Wolves, those incredible models, and of course, we had the Chapter Master in Nemesis Dread Knight upgrade sprue. A model which is the baby carrier, and one that's kind of been a bit of a running joke within the Warhammer community. And what we got was an upgrade sprue. Was it a bit of a joke? A little bit. The baby carrier, upgrade sprue. Really? Is that what we're kind of getting, guys? Games Workshop, please. You gotta be kidding me. You have these incredible reveals, and I suppose we'll get up to the kind of like my thoughts towards the end about the potential and where Games Workshop may be going with Grey Knights towards the end of this. But it just felt like a bit of a, guys, why bother at all with the Grey Knight stuff? You know, why bother? I mean, the upgrade sprue, yeah, sure, it's pretty cool, but the whole baby carrier thing, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a cool model. You probably can't see that because it's black with a black background, so not really helpful there, Dan. But the whole baby carrier war suit thing is, I don't know. The weaponry is really cool. If this was all encased, like a dreadnought type thing, this was like a ballista style dreadnought that they released for the Grey Knights, gave them that option, and then had those options on there. Now that would have been a little bit different, like a cover for the Dreadnought would have been really cool. Something that everyone has been asking for, and yet ask and you shall not receive in this case. But we'll get on to kind of the potential future of Grey Knights in a moment. But it also goes on to speaking of letdowns again, because of course we had the Imperial Agents release, I think later, end of last year, we had the Imperial Agents release. Really, really quite cool, a very fun way to play 40k, of course using the Inquisition. And of course each of their own detachment had their own sort of like speciality within the sort of, within the Inquisition itself. And again, there was this Grey Knight sort of like whispers, Grey Knight's coming back, Grey Knight's coming into this, their own little detachment there, and we just kind of got the Paladin Terminators. Nothing new, models from God knows how many years ago. So again, it seems like it's been like, oh, tease, are we gonna get something new? No, you are absolutely not. Oh, Adepticon, oh, what's this? Bit of a Grey Knight thing going, no. Same models that we've been rocking for quite some time. You love to see it. But again, it's so, I think the real frustrating part is, and this is, you know, we are shrouded in some incredible lore with the Grey Knights. Some really, really cool lore. Like each each Grey Knight a psyker in his own right, will have psychic abilities, be able to manipulate, if you will. Goes through, what is it, 1,000, 1 in 1,000, you know, 1 in 1,000 Space Marines gets to become a Grey Knight. You know, 1 in every chapter, if you will, or 1 in every, I can't remember what it is. You'll have to let me know in the comments, just so I make sure I get this right. But, you know, the characters in this, the stories, the lore, the secrecy that surrounds it, the classic memes of, you know, the Cadians, you know, fighting the demon hordes, and it's, the Grey Knights are here. The Grey Knights are here. This does not work out well for us, does it? You know, it's all that mystery that surrounds the Grey Knights, you know, when they have to eviscerate entire armies because they've been seen by the Grey Knights, this secrecy that surrounds them is so cool, you know, and with like great characters within there as well. And you know, the army play is really cool, it's great. The lore is just, it's just like, you know, the secrecy, the way they're there to kind of push back the hordes of chaos and the demons of that you know, that come into the mortal realms, you know, out from the warp into real space, and the Grey Knights are there to go, not today, big shoots, your days are numbered. And yet we're left with these models that, well, we're just kind of just so let down. And this is the point, is like, what's so frustrating is these models now have so much potential. Take what they've been doing with the Space Marine range as a prime example. Look what they did with the Blood Angels, okay? Granted, not everyone liked the release of it all. Look what they've done with the Dark Angels as a prime example. Some of the Terminators that got released, the refresh of the Terminators as an example. And we're all just kind of like, oh, imagine what they will do with some Grey Knight Terminators. The fact that you've got, you know, these Space Marines, these Primaris Marines, these veterans, the potential is just limitless. You could almost upgrade them to a Custodes level of gameplay because of how cool they kind of are. But yet we find ourselves where, I'm going to give you a bit of a size comparison, I might have to make a bit of a B-reel of this. But this is like an Eldar, just a normal Eldar kind of Guardian, and a Grey Knight. You know, on paper, you know, he's got a bigger base, sure, but he's taller. This Grey Knight should be towering over this guy. But it's kind of a bit like, oh, you're kind of short and stocky, and yet not really as imposing as you potentially could be. But then when they released Castellan Crow and made him a bit more true scale, this model right here, in comparison to this, I mean, look at the difference. Look at the difference, you know? This is an imposing model. I mean, and this is what's so frustrating, is that Castellan Crow is just such a cool and imposing model. It just looks right. I mean, even if they just true scaled the Grey Knights, because they just don't hold up anymore. These were really cool and beautiful models, but now, come on. They just look a little bit embarrassing on the tabletop now when you look at the beauty of what Games Workshop is producing. And I don't want this to be a hit piece on Games Workshop, because I love the models. We all do. It's why we love this hobby. But when you see things like the Grey Knights now, and you just think, this is becoming a bit of a laughing stock. The potential of what GW can do with Grey Knights, with Castellan Crow as a prime example, and then you get something like the Baby Carrier Dread Knight, you know, and your strike teams, it just feels like, oh, you're just left wanting with this model range. It just looks dopey and dorky now. They don't hold up on the tabletop anymore. Castellan Crow does, or Castellan Crow, however you want to pronounce it. Of course he does. He had that really nice refresh. Was it 8th edition? Or was it 9th? I think he had that refresh, that glow up. No, it wasn't. It was definitely, I'm sure it was 8th edition. He had that glow up. And it looks awesome. And that's when everyone thought, oh my goodness, Grey Knights, got to be coming? No. And I think everyone's been left a little bit annoyed and disappointed with what GW did. And this goes on to the sort of like my next point of this. A bit more of a script this time, guys. I've listened to what you were saying and I've scripted a bit more of what to talk about. Because it's the future of Grey Knights. And again, we're going on like this problem that they have. How do you write the lore? Well, as I've mentioned in videos before, Games Director don't really care about the lore. They could just write whatever they want. But with these, you could write some really cool lore. You know, each one could effortlessly go through the Rubicon Primaris, of course. You know, that's an easy enough writing. Or you could just make it more true scale. You could, you know, still have, you know, more engineered psychers within the Grey Knights, new kids on the block, if you will. Impressive Terminators. You could still use all the stuff in the Grey Knight armories and vaults and give them to new Primaris stuff. I think it could easily be done, or make them true scale. Just give them a bit more height and weight and a bit more about them. So that's the frustrating part. But also, you know, it's like GW do listen to the community, but also they don't. And it's like, do they hate Grey Knights? Are they phasing Grey Knights out? They can't be. Surely, why would they? Because you've got this whole plethora of chaos just bounding towards terror, trying to disturb the Imperium of man and make the worst situation for everyone. And yet, surely the force that's going to be up against this isn't Space Wolves, to a degree. It is these guys. It is the Grey Knights. It is the kind of the ultimate fighting force against chaos. And yet, I don't know, just left found wanting. And that Adepticon release, you're almost just like, why did you even bother? That wasn't a really, shouldn't have even bothered. And I think that's really what most people have been like, look, just don't even bother. Just say, look, you know, bring out something later on. Or, at the very least, be honest with the Warhammer community. Just say, guys, we know you want your Grey Knights. We know. But we want to make sure that we get this right for the fans, for the lore, for the community. So they are going to be on the back burner. They're going to be the last codex of 10th edition. The last ones to be, because we're going to redo the whole thing. Outside of Castle and Crow, everything's going to refresh, upgrade, the whole works. You are getting a whole new everything. You've just got to be a bit patient with this. Don't give us this half attempt of just these same models that they've had for God knows how many years. I mean, I remember doing this when I was like, I must have been 15, 14, 15, doing this when they were metal, then they brought them out in plastic, same sculpt. God, you know, that's a few years ago. You know what I mean? It's a few years ago. But yeah, we've got these same models. No refresh, no nothing. And I think you just rather them just say, look, we're not doing anything right now with them. They are in the pipeline, a whole model refresh. We know, we're listening. We are going to give you what you want, but just not just yet. And I think I'd just rather them just say that. I can live with that. Just be honest about it. Don't do this, you know, the one model that the games should know gets so much grief and abuse for. Let's just give him an upgrade sprue. Great. So, I suppose that leads us on to the future of Grey Knights and what do they do? Well, an obvious and easy win for the community, a kill team. That would be a start, I suppose. You know, you could quite effortlessly make a kill team for Grey Knights. Very cool kill team, I think. And I think that would give everyone the kind of hope like, oh no, wait, this is happening. These are on the way. That would be quite good. That'd be a great start. You know, just having a kill team in there and just getting that kind of feel. Like a five-man team. You know, that's all you would need. Make them like the new Tyranid, you know, the Tyranid Reavers. I think that's about right. Make them like that. You know, 5-man heavy hitting. Boom, there you are, deployed straight in. You know, however you want to put them together in whatever team you were going to put them together as. Or, like you say, they just wait to the back end of 10th edition, maybe the next one of the 11th edition, I don't know. But it just seems like a frustrating time to be a Grey Knight player, especially when the frustrating part is the amount of potential that is available to this army, the amount that they can do. And you know that Games Workshop can deliver on this because of the incredible models that they've already released, as shown in Adepticon alone. Look at the Space Wolves, look at the Emperor's Children, all the stuff they've released there. But at the minute, we're just found left wanting and a little bit bitter towards a very pointless reveal that I think even GW probably know themselves they probably shouldn't have done. It's evident in their social media, the fact there is next to no more information about it. Probably with the comment section off going, because I should imagine they either A, read them, or B, they probably go, we probably shouldn't post anything because this is not going to go the way we think. I don't know. That's just my 10 pence. I think it's going to come in the form of a kill team, maybe later on in the year, or it's going to be one of the first ones to get a complete refresh in 11th edition when it comes out, potentially during that 3 to 4 year cycle, which is looking at next year. Anyway, love to know what you think to this entire thing. Does Games Workshop have a Grey Knight problem? Are they struggling to find the right way to get the lore, do you think? Do you think they are the pressure to make sure the models look great, feel great, and adjust to the lore itself? Who knows? Anyway, that's my little 10 pence on the whole Grey Knight situation. Still left a little bit sour and disappointed with the whole Grey Knight situation from Adepticon, but the rest of the models did look great. Anyway, that's me, guys. That's my little 10 pence for the whole Grey Knight situation. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, guys, that's me signing off for now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.